up against the Packers. With that, it's out to a frozen tundra and a snowy Lambeau Field. That's where we'll find our commentating team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Larry, from one of the truly iconic stadiums in the NFL, there's a look at Lambeau Field here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Coming up, an important divisional round matchup in the NFC between the Seattle Seahawks and the Green Bay Packers. Hello, everyone. As the postseason continues here on EA Sports, we're pleased to bring it to you. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And who has the edge here? You got one side that had some extra rest, but another comes in off a win last week in the wild card round.
And it's funny, depending on which team.
All right, the offense back on the field here. Let's see what they can do on this play. One back is Lacey. And he'll get it up the middle. He showed off the athletic juke, but it didn't buy him a whole lot of real estate. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. And, Charles, despite this list of key inactives that we see here, they've obviously still been pretty successful.
Give everyone credit for this one, because to me, when that happens, key guys are out, the next man steps up and plays well, but that starts with the organization itself, all the way through. No excuses for guys being out, finding guys who are capable backups who can step up and play when they need them, and we've seen the results of that. This team knows how to work through things.
It appears they'll be a few inches short, so 9 yards on the gain officially, and it'll be 3rd down.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Lacey. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 3rd and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
And Richard Rodgers makes the grab, and let's face it, it's going to follow him the rest of his career. The Hail Mary he caught to beat the Lions in 2015 in Detroit, pretty memorable play.
Those Lions fans, they just don't like you right now if they heard that.
I didn't mean to bring it up to, pull the Band-Aid off the wound there. I was just trying to praise Richard Rodgers. Yeah, they're going to be mad at me. All right, partner, despite my eating habits, I'm not big enough to play offensive tackle, nor am I quick enough. But with the defensive ends nowadays and their speed, those guys have to be able to punch and dance, and it's a tough, tough job to contain them.
On 2nd down, here's Rodgers. And he rifles one incomplete. And here comes play number 6 on this drive.
A nickel look by Seattle on 3rd down.
Yep, 5 defensive backs now. On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. He finds Randall Cobb with a completion. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
Well, the advantage certainly shifted to the defense as we began that 3rd down play, and they found a way to foil it and pick up a first down.
3rd time's a charm, right? 2 incompletions. Had to have it on 3rd, and they got it.
Yeah, they stuck with it, weren't daunted at all, and picked it up.
Back to the ground, it's Lacey. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down. That's complete to Cobb. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan. for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally, and then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up first and goal.
Nice catch by the tight end, Richard Rodgers, and, you know, it came from the quarterback, Aaron Rodgers. Some things just write themselves, don't they?
That's exactly right. Both spelled R-O-D-G-E-R-S, for those wondering.
There you go.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. He's got time. His pass caught at the 4. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll be second and goal.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Ball spotted at the 4. It's second and goal. On second down, Lacey. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Eddie Lacy with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Packers take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. That's just a solid, methodical drive to start this game.
And how about how it culminated? Doing exactly what they wanted to do, getting the ball downfield, and then running it into the end zone. I'm just telling you, partner, when you run it in rather than...
So back to live action. Let's see what this offense can do here on this play. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
They go play action for Lacey. Now Rodgers. In the middle of the field, he's got Nelson. That goes for a gain of 31.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Now a first down carry. It's Lacey. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. They brought in an extra defensive back here, so probably not expecting a run on 3rd and 3.
A good call.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
They go play action here on first down. It gets it over the middle to Cobb. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. Surveying the field. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Cliff Averill, he's the one to get him, and that's Sack number 7 for him on the year. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. On second down, here's Rodgers. Caught left side by Cobb. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. The line of scrimmage is the 2 here on 3rd and goal. They come out here in the I. Defense likely bringing pressure here. 3rd and goal from the 2. Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on 4th and goal. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter about to get underway with the Packers in possession of the football. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. They run. It's Lacy. They tried to pound at him with Lacy. He comes up short, and the Seahawks able to... The offense back out there now. Let's see what they can put together. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
A simple tip of the cap, a nodded.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Packers. Jordy Nelson with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Packers are able to strike quickly for 6. And they just ran the fly route there, didn't they?
You broke it down perfectly. He ends up catching that one and taking it all the way into the end zone.
Well, thanks. It was pretty simple to break down, though. I mean, that's just a guy going, running on the go route, making a play.
Speed,
kills.
Speed, speed. And what does it do?
It kills.
There you go.
Offense back on the field here. Let's see what they can do on this play. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. Maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. And on 2nd and 10 now. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
11 yards on the pickup, and it'll give the Packers a first down. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
I once had a defensive player in the NFL tell me, if I beat and dominate the guy across from me, I'm helping my team. Well, winning one-on-one battles is always a part of the game, but when you have good team defense, as we just saw there, one broken tackle, but he didn't get away because the rest of the guys arrived to put him on the ground.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Throwing is Rodgers on third down. And Adams has it complete. Touchdown, Packers. Devontae Adams, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Packers add 6 to their lead. And I think I saw that right. You tell me if I'm wrong. That was just a fly route, just to go. He went.
Sometimes speed, just pure speed, is going to win. I don't care how athletic you are.
So back to live action. Let's see what this offense can do here on this play. Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. They'll come out in the pistol. Again, it's Lacy. And he's got some space here. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. And that led to a really nice game.
And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Here's Rodgers. He's got time in the pocket. He's going to, and this will be caught at the 30. And that one results in 35 yards. A reminder, as we did all through the regular season, we'll check in with Larry Ridley at halftime. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half of play. Rodgers now on first down. Caught by Montgomery. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 20. 12 yards there as they move the chains. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Cassius Marsh in there to sack him for a loss of 6. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on third and long. On third and long, it's Rodgers. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. The defense, they got a little bit of a breather. Now they're back and set as we resume play. Now Mason Crosby for the Packers field goal try. And Crosby puts it through, and that will bump the lead up to 11. So they were able to move the ball into the red zone, but they'll wind up coming away with just 3.
Yeah, 32-yarder. That's equal to an extra...
Offense back out there now. Let's see what they can put together. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's about that.
And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. K.J. Wright coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7. Now Rodgers throwing on second down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Normally, he's pretty reliable. Usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the gun on third down, Rodgers looking deep downfield. Got a man, it's Montgomery for the Packer touchdown. Ty Montgomery as the first half is winding down. And the Packers add on to their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the... Offense back on the field here. Let's see what they can do on this play. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They have the lead here. We talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away.
Yeah,
defense,
we
got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
They run it again with Lacey. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and end of the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on.
Lacey. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. Here's Tim Mastay now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And he'll send this one into the cold Lambeau night. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. Just a 25-yard punt. Not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. We get a look at the Packers defense as they work their way into position. Their stay on the field last time was short-lived with a 3-and-out. Let's see if they can get some more of that. So back to live action. Let's see what this offense can do here on this play. One back is Lacey. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. The play clock's running down. There's Rodgers to throw. Trying to get it to Adams, but it's... There he goes, right side. A great read, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because...
Offense back out there now. Let's see what they can put together. Here's a handoff to start the drive. To start. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
Yeah, let me puff out my chest a little bit, even though I'm not rooting for either team. That was a really nice defensive play. It's awfully fun to watch, even in an offensive game.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. On 2nd down, here's Rodgers. The left side throw complete to Adams. Give him 3 on the play, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
3rd down now following the completed pass. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Oh, it's a screen pass. It's complete. And he had a quick little spin move, but the door shut fast as he's dropped. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a 1st down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
Here's Tim Mastay now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Returnable for Lockett. 12 yards on the return that time. And out will come the offense as they take over. All right, the offense back on the field here. Let's see what they can do on this play. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Now Rodgers to try again after the pick 6. Over the middle, it's Jared Cook. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
The busy night continues for Lacey. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. Fresh set of downs here. Rodgers now on first down. In the middle of the field, he's got Nelson. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. A gain of 4 on the play, and it'll be a second down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
Working from the gun. Rodgers. This is Montgomery with a grab over the middle. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and that's going to make it fourth down. Here's Tim Mastay now as he's on to punt for Green Bay.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Penalty marker is down here.
Illegal block in the box. Return team.
So back to live action. Let's see what this offense can do here on this play. One back is Lacey. And they'll give it to him here. And some space here. Uses the stiff arm. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
When you got a big guy like that in your backfield who runs as a big man and breaks tackles, it is paramount for a defense to have extra defenders in his vicinity at all times. You got to figure he's going to break through the first guy. You're going to need tacklers 2, 3, 4 in order to get him down, because if you don't, he can continue to run and run it really, really well.
They stay on the ground on first down with Lacey. And he'll get this across the 40 and up to about the 42-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Rodgers will handle Lacey. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for a first.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
And a first carry here for John Crockett. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Now, that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Caught on the right side by Adams. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Davante Adams, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Packers have moved out in front.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His 2nd touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. All right, the offense back out there now. Let's see what they can put together. They start the drive on the ground with Lacey. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
Again, we'll see the pistol here. A play fake to start. Now Rodgers. And there's a flag on the field. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete.
Defense.
Following the penalty now, Lacey. And they'll stop him right on the midfield stripe. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
From midfield, here's Rodgers. And he fires one incomplete. Eddie Lacy, the one he was trying to get it to. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
So many offenses want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
So incomplete on 2nd down. Now they'll look to convert here on 3rd.
319!
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And Jeff Janis has it complete. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. And now he's closing in on 450 yards passing.
That's an incredible number. I mean, you're talking about the best defenders in the world that you're trying to throw the ball against, and you're creating that type of a number. Fantastic job, fantastic performance. And he's going to have to ice up his arm afterwards, too.
Rodgers now on 1st down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
Rodgers will try again on 2nd down. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. And a pretty simple completion there underneath, but a successful one for the offense.
Partner, it doesn't have to be the big shots downfield all the time. Having that safety net underneath is a great thing for a quarterback.
Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And they're facing a big 3rd down now in this tie ball game. On 3rd down, here's Lacey. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This for the lead in the final stages. And Crosby missed it. No good. Wide to the left for Crosby. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the 4th. All right, the offense back on the field here. Let's see what they can do on this play. And Green Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. And now they're in the hurry-up. To throw is Rodgers. And that's complete to Adams. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 18 yards on the pickup there. And that leads to a Green Bay first. Rodgers to throw. He'll set up the screen to Lacy. It'll go as a gain of 12. And it'll be a Green Bay first down. And these numbers on our monitor are getting hard to believe. He's closing in now right on the doorstep of 500 yards passing.
I'm glad that you watched the monitor and said it first because I had trouble absorbing that. That's big time right there, right? That means everything just about has gone right for them and his squad in this game. Let's see if they can keep it up.
4 down. A run here for Starks. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. And now the Seahawks are going to call another timeout. And now following that timeout, the defense back out onto the field. So the offense readies for a 2nd and 4. They stay on the ground. This time it's Lacy. And he's brought down. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal. So it'll be first down here after the run. They'll try to pound it in with Lacy. And they're going to get him down, but not before a pretty good run right there. That's a gain of 7, and we'll leave them with 2nd and goal coming up.
Eddie Lacy's build is one for goal line running. I know he's got a little more wiggle and shake than you expect, but this is what you count on, isn't it? Hand him the ball here and let him run over some people.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So the game here hangs on the right foot of Mason Crosby. This would put them in the NFC title game. And his kick is indeed good. And there'll be some happy cheeseheads tonight as the Packers have won the game. And they're moving on to the conference championship. How about this?
What a tremendous feeling to get to the game that can get you to the Super Bowl. A fantastic season. Unfortunately, for the other team, a tough, tough way for it to end.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Packers are winners here as we say so long from Lambeau.